Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel like I haven't done a sit down video in a long time. I know that I've been just kind of like incredibly busy the past few months or so. So finding a time to actually sit down and film has been incredibly difficult, but we are making it. Anyway, this video is going to be about an update about my Cartier bracelet or bracelets. I know that a couple of videos ago or a few videos ago, I did say that I'm going to have an update about my bracelet, and now is the time to talk about it. So, okay, I think of several months ago, I have uploaded a video about the collection, my jewelry collection, which I had both my Justin Clue bracelet and my Love bracelet then. And so since then, things have changed. So not too long ago, I believe sometime in October, I did try to part ways with one of them, and it's actually the Justin Clue. So the reason behind that is I know that I've been kind of like into stacking, and I was like, okay, I've been trying to like figure out what is the best way to actually stack my bracelets, because for the longest time I've only had one bracelet on my arm for the most part, and that's actually the Love bracelet. And I've always liked the idea of actually stacking, and so I've kind of like figure out, okay, well, do I want this, do I want that? And Justin Clue is one of those things where I've always kind of like, I think I like it, but I'm not entirely sure. And so I know that they have the two sizes, the small and the regular, which I did have both, as you all know. And as you can see, I don't have them anymore. So when I went to get the Justin Clue, the smaller size, I opted to get the one with the diamond version, which is really, really great. And it's just very dainty, basically. And I thought it was a good match, but it ended up kind of like being a little bit underwhelming. So I ended up letting that one go and actually purchasing the regular one, which at that time when I got it, I think it was like the perfect combination. So because I have the regular size Love and now I have the regular size Justin Clue, everything's perfect, right? And then not so much, because a few months after that, I don't know, something about stacking and metal clanking together, and the idea that my Love bracelet and the Justin Clue is actually going to be too scratched up, just like, I don't know, it just never like really sat well with me. And I thought it did. I thought I'd get over it, but I never did. So the past months, the couple of months or several months, I guess, that I've had the Justin Clue, I would wear it only on the weekends, and I would take it off. And if I take it off, it's just basically stored. And so I basically feel like I'm not really getting my money's worth from that, because I am like, well, it's just kind of sitting for the most part. And I'm always just kind of like, whenever I have them together, I would make sure that they don't touch each other, which is kind of impossible. So they would always kind of like touch each other. So I don't know, I just kind of like finagled it too much. And so I decided to let it go, because I figured, okay, well, if I'm not really using it that much, I don't want it to just like sit in my jewelry box and not being used. So instead, I'll go ahead and let it go and maybe get a different one. So long story short, I have listed it on the website Facebook Marketplace. I've listed it on Facebook groups, Cartier Facebook groups. And I've done a lot of selling online. This is not the first time that I have sold something. This is probably the biggest item and the most expensive item, but this is definitely not the first time that I've done it. So I am aware that there are a lot of scammers out there, a lot of like bad people with bad intentions, and I have dealt with them, all of them, actually a lot of them. And so for the most part, I know what to look for. So one day there's this person that kind of reached out to me and basically, hey, saying that they're interested in a bracelet. Guys, I don't know what to tell you, but for some reason that day, maybe my brain was just not working, but I don't know. It basically, looking back at the conversations that I had, this person basically had all the red flags that I just ignored, you know. They didn't ask anything about the bracelet. They did not try to negotiate, which for the most part, people who are really trying to legitly buy stuff online that are usually on the more expensive side will always try to kind of negotiate the price, or at least, get some discount. But this person never did. And there's just a lot of like red flags after red flags after red flags that for some reason I just ignored. I don't know why. I'm not even, I don't want to call it desperate, because I'm definitely not desperate in selling that. I would have kept it even if it wasn't like selling. That's why it was listed for a while, and I wasn't really backing down in price, because I am not about to let that bracelet go as far as like, letting it go in a low price, because it is still in a very good, almost like new condition. So when they messaged me, they didn't really ask about the sizing. They didn't really ask about, about the bracelet. And so I even asked, well, do you have any questions about the bracelet and whatnot? And so basically he said that, no, I know, I'm very familiar with it. This is going to be a gift for my mom. And normally my mom would only go for like the cheaper items, like, Pandora bracelet and stuff like that. And, whatever. Different people, different status and whatnot. So, okay. So anyway, long story short, I went to meet this person at a public place. And because, I never really give out my address for people to come in and pick up items. That's never safe. So usually when I've done my transactions online, it's always been in a public place, something that is, not in a dark alley, or definitely never give out your address. That's not safe. So it was at a grocery store where there's like a lot of cameras. There's no security guard in a grocery store, unfortunately. And so when I went to the store, I actually had my husband with me, but my husband at that time was preoccupied with our daughter. So he was carrying her, and she was unfortunately having tantrums. And so we went to meet this person. And so we went to the store, and the store was basically sitting in the cafeteria, which is very close to the entrance, or the exit, I should say. And the moment I saw him, I had this feeling that, how is this person going to potentially, I don't want to say it, but basically potentially afford what I'm selling when they're looking like that? Because the person looked dirty. He was wearing a hoodie that's very like that's stained, jeans. Basically, he didn't look like a person that would actually that's like would wear stuff like jewelries and whatnot. So I'm not saying that anyone who can afford jewelry should only wear nice clothes, but for the most part, people who are into those kind of items, especially luxury items, have the same, kind of like a look, bit like elevated, like at least dress nicely, at least look clean. This person did not. So that was my last red flag. I should have just said, okay, you know what? I am not I'm not interested. I'm just going to go. I won't even go in there. Oh, and by the way, prior to going to the store, he was asking like what kind of car I drive, what color, and I'm like, I don't give out those information. Like none of my buyers in the past have had to ask those information. So I didn't give out my information. Anyway, I went to the store. I met the person, the buyer. And so I had the bag. I had the red Cartier bag inside another grocery bag to kind of like basically conceal what it is. And the moment I stepped in his field of vision and asked if he is, if he's the person that he says he is. And so I said, yeah. And so I said, again, do you have any questions about the bracelet and whatnot? He said, no, I looked up online and whatnot. So, we're good to go. And so as soon as I lifted my arm with the bag, he immediately, like it happened really fast. He basically took the bag away from me, like my hand, like literally like snatched it and ran as fast as he could out of the grocery store. And so that's like within the span of not even a minute or so. And so the moment that happened, my heart just sank because I just realized what exactly happened. And in my mind, I was like, oh God, well, there goes my $8,000 bracelet. And I did, actually, stupid thing I did, I actually went after him. And this was when I was 3 months pregnant. So yeah, a pregnant lady trying to go after a robber, a thief, basically, which is definitely not what I would recommend. So lo and behold, that bracelet's gone. I filed a police report. And we didn't really get anywhere to because I wasn't really expecting to recover that bracelet anymore. And so ever since then, it kind of like really left a really bad taste in my mouth. And so I don't even know if it's something that eventually, if I have the means to do so, if I would want to repurchase a bracelet like that. It just forever will have that the image in my mind and that bad memory. And so yeah, and so okay, then that happened. And then I actually, before that happened, I have already let go of the love bracelet. So let's backtrack a little bit. Few months before that, I actually sold my original love bracelet to one of my lovely Facebook group person, and then in that, Facebook group, the Cartier Facebook group. And so we were like, back and forth messaging and stuff like that. So, a very legit buyer. Anyway, I did sell it to her, and so she has been wearing it. So that love bracelet, the reason why I sold that is not because I didn't want it. I actually really, really loved it. But it drove me kind of crazy because it had so much movement on my arm. And so when I got that before, for some reason, it fit better, and I guess I lost weight. And so it had so much movement. And so I was always kind of like thinking, okay, well, maybe I will let go of the 16 so that eventually I can go ahead and get a 15. And that took a while, just kind of like thinking here and there, because I don't know. So I sold it. I sold the Love 16 in the idea that I would go ahead and get a Love 15. And then several months after that, found out I am pregnant, or got pregnant. And then now I'm back to my regular size. So long story short, again, when we went to Japan and actually tried on a couple of different sizes, the 15, unfortunately, because everything, as you know, when you get pregnant, everything just kind of swells up. The size 16 or the size 15 actually fit a little bit too snug now. And I know, I get it. Eventually I will lose weight, but I don't want to bank on that, like, as far as like, oh, I'll buy this in the hopes that I would lose weight to the point where it would fit better. I want something that would actually fit and be able to use it. And even though I say that the 16 did have so much movement, I mean, yes, it did, but it's not, if I have to choose between a loose and a super tight fitting, or fitted, I would probably just go for the looser one, because body fluctuates, our fluid levels fluctuate. So there's going to be times where you're going to feel a little bit puffier, there's going to be times where it's less. And so I ended up getting the bracelet again, but in the size 16 instead of like 15, which is the one that I'm currently now using here. And so as far as stacking, I don't know if I actually will do that anymore, again, or ever, just because I don't really like the idea of scratching. And I know most people don't care. A lot of people actually do have like their bracelet stacks with like multiple love bracelets, ecru, even Van Cleef together, and it's beautiful. But maybe it's just not for me, and I probably should just try to accept that, unless I'm just like, swimming in money and don't care about scratches. But I don't know, I care too much about like little scratches. So I guess I just haven't gotten over that. Maybe I never will. Maybe I will. I don't know. Anyway, so now I have the love bracelet back in my wrist in a size 16 again. And this is just a regular love. There's no diamonds. It's not obviously pave, because the price of that is just out of this world. Will I get one? I don't know. Will I stack it? I don't know. those are questions like, I don't know. I don't know the answer. But anyway, I do really, really like this, and I do wear it 24/7. But yeah, so I really regret losing that bracelet, the Justin Clue, of course, because I lost my bracelet, and of course I lost my money, and I wish it hadn't happened, and I wish I had not ignored, you know, all the red flags. And of course, hindsight always 2020. So going back, I have a lot of like should have, but I tried to really let it go as soon as possible, because stressing out about it is not going to give me any peace of mind. I don't want to stress out, especially being pregnant. So I tried to like really let it go, and it's almost kind of like I tried to bury it really deep in my mind. And now I'm talking about it, I kind of remember a lot of the details again. But it's one of those things. And no, I am not one of those people who would say, oh well, you know, they probably need the money more than I do. You know what? Screw that. I'm not that. I'm sorry. I know that a lot of people are very compassionate and understanding. To me, I was a victim of a crime, a really like a very bad person, or people in this case, because apparently there's multiple people in the car. And I do know that God is not sleeping, and one day those people will get what they deserve. And I do hope that that is sooner than later. But yeah, I am not going to stress about it anymore. I'm not going to try and think about it. I'm not going to feel bad about it, because I feel like, yeah, it happened. It sucks. I want to move on. Okay. So there's that. Let's see what else. I think as far as update for that, that's all I have. And I guess before I close the video, I am going to actually show, there's a little bit of unboxing in this video right here. So it's this one. This is actually an item that I got for Christmas. I have a couple of things that I've gotten for Christmas that I just never really had the chance to unbox, because A, again, time, B, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. I don't know if it's something that you guys are really interested in, but I know that this channel has always been about luxury for the most part. So I would like to unbox this before I actually start using it or put it away in the storage. But this is something that my husband got me for Christmas, and it's basically as you can see, it's still in the Christmas edition cover. So slide that, and it comes in this little box right here. So as you know, it's one of my favorite items to get from any houses, which is a small leather good. And so we slide this little guy like that, and it says here, to Katharina from Robert, Merry Christmas. I thought it was very sweet. It was actually in the stocking. It's one of my stocking stuffers, and I did not expect this, so he did a good job. So it comes in this little dust bag right here, and then to open and reveal. Ta-da! Okay, so it's my favorite item from Louis Vuitton, and this is the key pouch / key clay and empreinte leather in black. This is the second leather piece that I have from Louis Vuitton, because if you guys remember, I did unbox in my channel that business card holder, which is in the same color, black empreinte leather. Still loving that one, really great. But I've never had a key clay in the leather version. I've had the Damier Ebene, which is the Damier Ebene and the Damier Graphite. And I really wanted to collect the trifecta. I have been looking for a Damier Azur key clay for the longest time, but it needs to be in a really good condition, if not new. But for the most part, people who sell those things are like, they're either super overpriced or the condition is not really that great. So maybe I'm just gonna not try to collect it. If it comes, it comes. If not, then that's fine. Anyway, slides really well, and it comes with that key chain that everyone is familiar with. And so inside, it basically is just nice, clean, very roomy, you know, coin purse. And this one is a made in France piece. So even better. You know me and made in France. All right, what else? I think that is pretty much it for my update and my little unboxing. If you guys have any questions about everything, of course, leave a comment down below. Or if you just, you know, want to say something about the video today, again, leave a comment down below and we can go ahead and start and, you know, discuss or chat and whatnot. But I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope you're staying safe. And then I am going to see you guys in my next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.